Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another Walking Dead video. So in this video here, I actually want to talk about some big news that actually dropped. I think it was like 2 days ago. I think it was 2 days ago, right? Yeah, it was 2 days ago. And man, I've been really wanting to get to this, and I'm really excited to actually get into it now. Now, just like a minor update, I know people have been asking how I'm doing and stuff like that. I'm actually doing a lot better. I know the last video I said that I was doing a lot better and stuff, but there's just been little things that have been happening here and there, and obviously it's not a process of, or it's not an easy process, right? Like it's not something that you're just gonna understand and sort of get a hold of and be able to just like manage it right away, right? Like right now, I would say there's still some hard days. I'm definitely still having days that are really rough and they're hard to get through, but it's been so much easier. I'll say that it's been so much easier. I compare myself to what I was like 3 weeks ago, and I was definitely not in the place that I am right now. Definitely not. So things are getting a lot better right now for me personally, and I'm just very excited to talk about the show. I'm very excited to talk about The Last of Us as well. That's a show that I really want to start watching, because I know episode 6, I believe, is airing this Sunday. So I really do have to get on it. So maybe I'll actually start watching it tonight. Well, maybe not tonight, maybe tomorrow, just because I do have to like do some tidying and stuff like that and reorganize some stuff in the house and whatnot. Just because, yeah, I'm raising my kids by myself now, right? I have 3 kids, so it's something that it's definitely, it's been challenging. It's been rough. There's been some days where I just don't want to get out of bed, but like I have some support, and obviously you guys as well have just been really amazing. So yeah, just thank you again for all the love and support that I've seen online everywhere. I mean, people have been really reaching out quite a bit, and it's honestly been super amazing, and I'll be forever grateful for that, honestly, for just forever. It's just mind-blowing. You guys are just awesome. But let's get into what we wanted to talk about here, and that is Rick Grimes, the return of Rick Grimes, and the fact that he's actually filming now. So scenes are now being filmed for the first episode of the Rick and Michonne show. So let's get into that. So before going any further, obviously make sure to be a subscriber if you want to get all my Walking Dead content like this. There's going to be a lot more content now. I want to do 1 video a day. Like in my head, I want to do 2 videos a day like I used to do, but I just don't know if I'm like, prepared to be able to do that, because it's a lot to jump back into something like that. So I think I can promise 1 video a day. There might be a day or 2 where I don't upload, but for the next week, I should be able to do that. So yeah, definitely I'm going to start getting on that here. So yeah, if you want more content like this, like I said, make sure to be a subscriber, but let's actually get into this here. So I'm not sure who took this photo, actually. Like I'm really not entirely sure. I saw that The Walking Dead on Twitter, like at Walking Dead or whatever, or at The Walking Dead, retweeted it, and then they credited at Walking Dead Life. So I'm assuming at Walking Dead Life posted the photo. I'm not entirely sure, but I mean, we do see Andrew Lincoln as Rick Grimes. I imagine that is him in costume as well. And yeah, just amazing. I mean, you can kind of see his look here. This kind of, I'm trying to, think of it timeline wise when this would make sense. Obviously, what we're seeing here, like, this isn't going to be him. Well, I guess it could be. That's the thing. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know where they're planning to sort of map everything out, right? Like, it's very much possible that the look he has here is after the scenes that we saw in the very last episode of The Walking Dead. So he gets held captive and he's taken into the CRM, and then I guess just, I guess he would have this look or what have you. And he looks super cool. Like that's the one thing about Rick Grimes, is that he always has this really cool look. So I'm hyped. I mean, he's never really had a look like this as well. I can't really tell if his hair is longer or shorter, but it looks like his hair is like, what, season 3 length there, I would say. It's not as long as it was during season 4 or season 5, but it's about like season 3, I would say, right? Like somewhere around there. But yeah, just really incredible photo, honestly. Like that's the thing that I'm definitely really hyped about in all of this here, is just the fact that there's going to be a lot of stuff like this that comes out. And obviously I talked about this, like I saw the photo and I wasn't entirely sure if I was going to do a video on it. And then as soon as I saw that The Walking Dead retweeted it, and I was like, okay, so that's kind of like an announcement. So, like they're acknowledging that this photo's out there, so I can talk about it. But if there's anything that comes out in terms of leaks and stuff, I'm not going to do a video on it, because I just don't want to post spoilers out there. I try to avoid that as much as possible. And if I do see it, I mean, yeah, I guess I won't like that, but I don't have to like let you guys know that all that's out there. But I'm just really excited right now. This is when things are going to start to get very exciting, because filming is happening and everything's happening now, really. Like Dead City, that's done filming, and then the Daryl Dixon show, that's filming right now, and now Rick and Michonne, that show's filming now. And now it all comes down to, when are things going to start to be released? I think right now for this month, there's probably going to be little details like this And that's some of the stuff that, we're going to have to really, I guess, look out for online, is that there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out. Like, people are going to be taking photos of this show like crazy. Like, this one show here is, I mean, that's the thing about this show. Like, Andrew Lincoln has always been sort of the heartbeat of The Walking Dead, right? And so having him here, it's exciting. I'm really excited to actually watch this show. I think this show is going to be absolutely awesome. I think that the story is going to be really incredible. I'm really interested in how they're going to sort of map some of that stuff out here and how they're going to set up a lot of that. Because I think for us, we need to know what the story is going to be before we watch the show, right? Like, there's no way we're going to watch it and then learn about what the story, what the overall, I guess, synopsis for the show is going to be. Because yes, they did release a synopsis for the show, and that is basically Michonne and Rick trying to find each other. But there's more to it than that. There's going to be more of a detailed storyline mapped out, right? Stuff with the CRM and what Rick is actually getting away from. There's going to be a lot of casting news as well. That's kind of what I'm really hyped for as well. Like, Major General Beale, right? Like, that's that one character that a lot of us have been wanting to see, who's going to be playing that character. So there's quite a bit here. A lot of this stuff is probably going to come out over the next couple of months, unless they're able to keep it a secret. And I would say the last couple of years, they've been able to keep things a secret a little bit more, but I think this show just has a lot more eyes on it. So I think that they might be forced to announce stuff sooner. So, they could save it until Comic-Con, which is like 4 or 5 months away, or they might just release a bunch of stuff now. And I do think they'll probably release some stuff over the next couple of months, because right now it's a bit quieter. Well, actually, it's not quieter right now. Like, it's actually starting to pick up right now, but it has been pretty quiet for a little bit. And I think that over the next month or two, we're going to start seeing a lot more stuff like this, because they got to start promoting Dead City, right? And Fear the Walking Dead as well. Fear the Walking Dead drops in 3 months roughly, right? So, I mean, there's going to be quite a bit of stuff to talk about. Like, this year is definitely going to be pretty busy, especially once we get close to Comic-Con and we get the trailer for the Rick and Michonne show. There's also been some other stuff that has come out in terms of casting and stuff for the other shows and whatnot. There's also been, I mean, Fear the Walking Dead, I believe, had a trailer that dropped like a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago now, that I never covered. So there's quite a bit of stuff I do have to catch up on. In terms of the other shows, in terms of the stuff that came out yesterday or the day before, I'll do a video on it separately. Like, I'll usually do videos, I think, separately on each show. There's no point in combining all of it unless it's very minor, but I prefer to talk about stuff and like really, go in depth on my thoughts on certain characters or certain casting and see what the overall story could be here. And yeah, in this one here, obviously we're focusing a lot on Andrew Lincoln because he's back now as Rick Grimes, and just absolutely incredible. I think that photo is just amazing. Honestly, I was very, very surprised that he was filming already. I mean, I guess it makes sense because they were saying that it got pushed off until February. I guess just for me personally, I've been going through so much stuff that I haven't really been focusing on just like what's happening with all of that. That's also one of those weird things too, because for me, like where I live, it's winter and it's been pretty cold, but like I've been going through so much stuff that I haven't even been focusing on like the weather or anything like that. And winter's going to be over soon. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Winter just flew by super fast, but yeah, super cool. I'm very hyped for this. I cannot wait for the show to drop. In terms of what I think the story details here are going to be, I mean, just based off of his outfit, it kind of seems like he's been living a pretty good life. I mean, the outfit's clean, right? Like, it's not like his last episode there where, he looked like he was in a totally different situation. Like, here it actually looks like it's going to be, afterwards or before. If I had to place a guess on when I think this is taking place, like after the Walking Dead episode that we watched with him or before, I'm going to say afterwards, just because I think what they're planning to do is, like what happened to Rick in the last episode happened like years ago. Say it happened a year and a half, 2 years or something after he first arrived to the CRM. I think, the photo that we got where, we see him like leaving the trailer, I think this is actually of him like maybe a couple of years later. Maybe this is 6, 7 years or even 8 years or whatever after he was taken away. Like, I think this is going to be closer to, what's actually happening now in the current timeline. And I think they're going to focus a lot on that, which is, for me is totally fine. I just hope that we do see when he first arrived to the CRM. I just really want to see that part of it. I don't want to miss out on that. Like I've always been thinking that, when the movie comes out, that was going to be one of the first scenes that we see was Rick Grimes arriving there at the CRM. He's wounded and whatnot, and then they help him out. And that's one question I have too. Like we see that photo, like where's Jadis in all of this, right? Like it's just interesting to think of what the story is actually going to be with all of those characters and just where everything is going here. So yeah, I'm very, very excited. Again, there's going to be a lot of stuff that does drop very soon, I'm sure. And yeah, I'm very excited for this. So definitely post your thoughts down below. Like, what do you think when you first saw Andrew Lincoln back as Rick Grimes? I mean, it seemed like everyone was so excited to see it. Definitely post all your thoughts down below. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Make sure to be a subscriber if you want to get all my Walking Dead content like this. And again, thank you guys so much for all the support. I really, really do appreciate it. Like, it's honestly, it's pretty mind-blowing the amount of support I got. I was not expecting it at all. I posted a tweet, just sort of, I was reaching out. I kind of felt like I should. I talked with some people on Discord and I was like, maybe I should. I don't know. I'm going through such a rough time right now. And I did. And I can't believe what's come out of it. I really cannot believe what's come out of it. And it's just been honestly remarkable. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I really, really do appreciate everything that, all the support, everything. It's been amazing. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video and I'll see you guys in the next one.